Simulcasting live from Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Finally, welcome, Captains, to episode 73 of Priority One Armada Live, your source for the latest in Star Trek Online and Priority One Armada related news. I'm your host, Winters, and joining me tonight is RIKERS. RIKERS, how's it going, dude? How you been?
Oh man, it's been interesting, especially these past couple of minutes. But we're back up and streaming, and I'm ready to get this thing going, man. How about you?
I've been doing pretty good. As you said, yeah, the last couple of minutes have been a little bit nerve-wracking. So first of all, I do want to apologize to everybody for last week. Unfortunately, my machine decided to force an update on me. Like, I didn't have any choice in the matter. I got this pop-up and it just said Windows is about to restart for an update, and then Windows restarted. And this is like 45 minutes before we're going live. It decides to do this. And it didn't finish until like 6:30 in the morning. Like, it was working on it for the entire night. So I'm really, really sorry about last week, guys. Technical issues outside of our control, but still I feel really, really bad for it, because all you guys turned up and there was no show. So yeah, I'm really, really sorry about that. And we almost had another problem tonight, where we've been messing around with some new technology, basically, and my bandwidth was being chewed up with cloud sync. And that's why we started the stream, but some of you guys on Twitch were saying that it was a bit choppy. I know people on Twitter were saying that it was fine, but there's a lot of people viewing us on Twitch now at the moment, and a lot of people were saying it was very choppy, so we said, right, we'll stop that and we'll go back to our original software and get the stream going from there. So anyway, yes, join us for tonight's roundtable discussion as we take a spin at the Dabo table at Quarks on Deep Space Nine, instance number 7. So if you guys want to join us, we're on instance number 7 of Deep Space Nine, and we're in Quarks Bar. Tonight we are celebrating the premiere of Season 2 of Star Trek Discovery with a special Discovery Night. So if you have a Discovery character or are already on your Discovery character, come join us for some Dabo at Quarks on Deep Space Nine, instance number 7, as we've already said. We also would like to apologize about last week's technical problems. I've already said that. So in an effort to make it all up to you, RIKERS, can you tell us about our first giveaway for tonight, please?
With all the things going on today, I kind of forgot what it was, but the first giveaway of the night is something really good, I promise you. So for your chance to win, tune in every Saturday to Priority One Armada Live and enter the keyword into our live chat. We'll be giving away, or we have giveaways all the time, so we can make sure that you will win every single week if you tune in.
Okay, Captains, for your chance to win an Accelerated Officer Training Pack code, hang on a second, I need to set this up. Yes, for your chance to win an Accelerated Officer Training Pack code, we would like all of you to please type in the word 9 into the Twitch chat now, please. Type in the word 9 into the Twitch chat now, and that will enter you in with a chance of winning our giveaway. RIKERS, after the roundtable, what's our heading for tonight's away mission?
Well, Captains, prepare for some epic battles, because tonight is Q night. Earn all the marks you need, and most importantly, dilithium.
Awesome. The Priority One Armada staff works hard to make exciting content for our community to enjoy, so if you ever have any questions about our show, the weekly giveaways, or just want to show us some love, then click on the follow button on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, so you'll be notified when we're on the air. On behalf of the Priority One staff, we would like to thank you for your continued support now and for years to come.
And if you're looking for a friendly and helpful community to join in Star Trek Online, then sign up and join Priority One Armada by visiting PriorityOneArmada.com. We have Federation and Klingon fleets on both PC and console platforms. You can also chat with us in-game by joining us in the Priority One chat channel by typing /channel _join, space priority one into the in-game chat box, and then hit your enter key.
Want to treat yourself to the gift that keeps on giving? Then check out our Armada themed merchandise available now at our Cafe Press store. Also want to contribute to the success of Priority One Armada Live? Then click on the donate button on our Twitch page. All donations go into services that allow us to continue to bring new and exciting content to our online community. These links mentioned and more can be found below on our Twitch page. Okay, Captains, there is a lot of STO news to cover this week, so let's jump right into it. RIKERS, please tell us a little about the first item of the night.
Well, it's anniversary time. 9 years ago, Star Trek Online opened its doors, expanding the universe we all have come to love and enjoy. We defeated the Borg with ease, had a drink or two while playing Dabo on Deep Space Nine, and now we explore the age of discovery. It's been a great voyage, and Star Trek Online wants to celebrate its birthday with you. So every day this week, Star Trek Online will be giving away a surprise gift. All of the gifts offered will be accessible for 1 day only in the C-Store, so it's very important you check every single day. To find out information on the day's prize and how to claim it, visit StarTrekOnline.com. Now, the prize for today, if you guys haven't checked it yet or not, they're giving away 3 starships. I'm going to try not to butcher their names, but they're all T5s. One is I can never say these words. The Atros carrier, the
Atrox.
Yeah, thank you. The T5 Carfi battle cruiser and the T5, oh, forget it, tactical carrier warbird retrofit. They're all free in the ships tab on the C-Store. Yesterday and early this morning before 10 a.m. Pacific, they were actually giving away 2 dilithium minor claims per account. So hopefully everyone is benefiting from all those extra dilithium that you get to use at the dilithium mines. So good luck to all.
So I really like this. This is one of the things that brought me to Star Trek Online, or actually, to be more accurate, it's one of the things that hooked me about Star Trek Online. They're very, very generous. At least I think they're very generous. Because every year you're guaranteed 3 free T6 ships or top tier ships, and always around the anniversary, and a few other times scattered throughout the year every now and then. They just, they're like, this release was really, it was really good, and to thank everyone, we want to give away free stuff. And they're doing it here now again for the 9th anniversary. I can't wait to see what they're going to do for next year, for the 10-year anniversary. That's going to be huge.
I know. I was excited, too, because these particular T5 ships I didn't have yet. So it was kind of a nice additional bonus, because I think that they're usually around 2,000 Zen. So it was nice to get them for free.
Yeah, so there's basically there's one for Fed, KDF, and Romulan. And I've heard some people going, oh, they're only T5 ships, like I'm not really interested in them. The thing is, though, they're free, and at the very least, if you're not going to use them, they're Admiralty cards, And once you claim them, that's it, you've got them forever. So any additional characters you make, you can claim them on all of those characters. So I think it's a really good thing.
Does any of those ships have universal consoles on them?
Do you know what? I don't know off the top of my head.
Because if that was true, then that would be an additional bonus.
Yeah. Old Lawyer Dude says in the Twitch chat, also allows you to get fleet version for less, which is right. So instead of requiring 5 fleet ship modules to purchase the fleet version of the ship, because you will now have the C-Store version, it'll only cost you 1 fleet ship module if you want to get the fleet version of the ship. But like as I said, at the very least, they're Admiralty cards, which is really, really good. And yeah, the first day they were giving away a costume. I already had that, so I didn't get anything free the first day. The second day, as you said, RIKERS, was 2 rich dilithium mining claims on an account. It's 20,000 dilithium, free dilithium, if you hang on to them for a dilithium weekend. And now over the weekend, it's these 3 ships. Because Because I don't think there's a new one coming tomorrow. I'm pretty sure the ships are over the weekend. Is that right?
It might be. I don't know what their plans are. I just know this. Yeah, probably we won't get anything till Monday.
Yeah, Monday will be in. Yeah, so 3 ships over the weekend. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. They'll probably give us, I don't know, maybe a couple of spec points. There might be an R&D box or something like that, next week. Usually,
or they could surprise us.
They could do. Usually, I'm happy if I can get at least one thing, because I've been playing the game now for oh so many years, and I've spent more money than I care to admit on this game.
Oh, I can believe that.
And as a result, I've got a lot of the stuff that's available in the C-Store. So if I can get one free thing anytime they do one of these giveaways, I'm usually pretty happy with that, because I know I've been playing for so long, I've got a lot of this stuff already. This time around, I was really surprised with the Atrox carrier and the Carfi carrier on the KDF side. I already had the Romulan one, but I got 2 free ships. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I have a lot of the ships just like you too, and those 3 in particular are one of the few I still do not have yet. So it was nice to get it, because now I don't have to spend money in the future to get it.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so if you have not claimed the ships yet, be sure and open up the C-Store. Just go to the ships tab, click on T5, and depending on what faction you are, so if you're a Fed, you'll be able to claim the Fed ship. You will need to log in on a Romulan to claim the Romulan ship, and you will need to log in on a Klingon to claim the Klingon ship. Now, you need to be at least level 40 to claim all of these ships. So if you've got low-level characters, you want to level up really, really quickly before this free giveaway goes away. So, yeah.
Did you see what Advisory Panda said in Twitch? He's all, I make a point avoiding my PayPal history because of this game.
I know exactly what he means. AJ Biega says on Facebook chat, I got all the C-Store ships, every single one.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to that.
I'm pretty close to that too. Like I said, I've been playing this game for a really long time, and I've spent more than I care to admit on this game. And as a result, I've got... I don't have every ship in the C-Store, but I've got, like, I'd say 70 to 80% of them. I've got an awful lot of them. But anyway.
Yeah, I know I got, like, all the shuttles up to T4, and then I have a lot of the T5s and I have a lot of the T6, but those are the ones that are most expensive. That's why they're so much harder to get.
Yep. Right, okay, let's move on, because I think we've talked that to death, and we have a lot more to cover. So I think it's time that we announce the winner of our first giveaway for tonight, and that was for an Accelerated Officer Training Pack code. If you have won one of these before in the past, unfortunately, the code will not work again for you. This is a limitation in the codes that we got from Perfect World. So if you have got one of these in the past, we'll give you an alternative prize.
Or create a new account.
Or create a new account if you want. Yeah, that'll work too.
Hey, you never know. Dilithium's dilithium and EC is EC. Use both accounts.
So the winner of our first giveaway for tonight is Goose_NI. Congratulations. You have won an Accelerated Officer Training Pack code. So if you can contact me, let me know what your in-game @handle is. So send me a whisper, which is the Priority One that you're seeing the messages come from in the Twitch chat. Yeah, send me a whisper and let me know what your in-game @handle is, and we will send that prize to you at the end of the show. So congrats again. Well done. Okay, moving on to item number 2. Happy 9th anniversary. It's almost time for Star Trek Online's 9th anniversary celebration. There will be more details later on the brand new episode that you can experience and the brand new ship that we will be able to earn. we know you want details on how you can get involved in the party, so from January 23rd to February 11th, we can take part in the annual anniversary festivities, and here's how they work. Q is up to his annual shenanigans. I love that word, shenanigans. It's actually a very good pub that I go to sometimes. But anyway.
Shenanigans?
Shenanigans, yeah, that's the name of the pub. You will be required to stabilize Omega particles found in various social zones in Star Trek Online. Talk to Q to get the mission Omega Stabilization Daily, and you will be given 3 zones to visit where you must stabilize an Omega particle by playing the minigame. It's pretty simple, really. The minigame is simple. Omega molecules will fall in from the left in one of 4 channels. Captains will use either keyboard or the mouse to move the capture device into the correct channel as the molecule hits the right-hand side of the line. The more molecules you capture, the more Omega molecules you'll safely dissipate, and the more points you will earn. Q doesn't care how many points you score, just that you complete the minigame in order to receive credit for his mission. But the points do matter. The more points you score, the better chance you have at scoring better quality Omega particle remnants, which can be used with the R&D system to craft special Omega tech upgrades. Omega traces come in 3 different colors of the Omega nodes themselves. Using the R&D system, you can combine one of each trace into an Omega sliver. You can combine 3 Omega slivers to make an Omega shard. 3 Omega shards combine into 1 Omega fragment, and 3 Omega fragments can then be combined into an Omega tech upgrade. Completing the minigame will score you a single Omega trace at the very least. The better you score, the greater your chance to win Omega slivers, shards, or even fragments. So, alright. First thing I want to say about this is use the mouse. I know a lot of people, I know some people have run into this problem before. They've tried to use the keyboard and they didn't realize they could use the mouse. And using the mouse is
fast enough with the keyboard.
Exactly. The mouse is the way to go. Plain and simple. It's just the way to do it. So that's a top tip. If or when you start playing this minigame, use the mouse. You can... I was gonna
mention too, is for people that haven't played it before or are new to the game and they've actually gone to the colony. That's one of the colony mini games in there. So if you've played that, it's the exact same thing for the Omega upgrade. So it kind of gives you a little hint of what you're going to be getting into. And Cruel, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, the T5 ships are only available for PC. Maybe they'll do something for the consoles, but they haven't said anything yet.
So you pretty much took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say, if you wanted practice, you can go to your fleet's colony world, and you can practice the Omega minigame there. And it's probably not a bad idea, to get a bit of practice on it. If you're not, proficient at it, or you've never played it before, get a bit of practice in at the colony world.
Or they want to be a big Omega hunter and collect those up so they can get those Omega upgrades.
Yep. Now, here's the next thing. I strongly recommend that everybody farm the hell out of this minigame when it comes. Because it's, what did I say? January 23rd to February 11th. It's not a big window. And you want to get as much Omega traces as you possibly can, because the Omega tech upgrades that you get at the very end are fantastic. Now, I'll recommend the best way to use these tech upgrades is not actually to this is in my opinion, alright? It's not to get gear up to Mark 15. It's actually to get the quality upgrades. So what I typically do is I upgrade the whatever item I'm upgrading up to Mark 15, and then I start using the Omega tech upgrades to get the quality upgrades after, because that's where you really get hit big time with the dilithium. And these cost no dilithium to use, and they've got a ×4 quality improvement chance. And if you're using these over an upgrade weekend, I think that's the best way to use them. It's the smartest way to use them. Now, you can use them, to upgrade your gear to Mark 15 if you want, and you might get a quality upgrade while you're doing that. But to me, from experience, I know that getting the quality upgrades is the tricky part. So I save them for the very end, where I know I'm going to use a crap ton of dilithium. And by doing that, I'm saving myself an awful lot. At least that's my method of doing it. So I would recommend most people do that. It's like using the ultimate tech upgrades that you get from purchasing the 20 Master Key bundle. You should only use that on reputation sets or weapons, because that is the dearest stuff to upgrade. If you use one of those on fleet gear or consoles, it's really a waste, because reputation stuff is the most expensive stuff to upgrade in game.
Well, that, and if you mine a lot, it's also less resources you have to use in your R&D in order to get it up to the levels you need to get that new kit.
Right. So are you looking forward to this 9th year anniversary of RIKERS?
Oh, I am, but I always hate the Omega. It just takes so much time of doing the same thing over and over again, and your wrist starts to hurt after a while. Yeah,
you're absolutely dead right. It's mind-numbingly boring. It really, really is mind-numbingly boring. But
the payoff is almost worth it.
Yeah, it is. If you can stick with it. I remember about 2 or 3 years ago, I was farming a ridiculous amount every day, and I ended up with I think it was like a couple of hundred Omega tech upgrades, which is quite an achievement. But I was able to upgrade nearly 2 characters actually, because I have the ground gear as well. Nearly 2 characters, 100% to epic level, using that method that I described to you guys there a few minutes ago. And I actually want to kind of farm the hell out of it again this year as well.
Well, and like I said, they're learning a lot from you, because you are like the pro in this particular game. I mean, you spent so much time. I think the last score I saw from you was 2,000 plus. So it's quite impressive.
2,700 is the max score that you can get in the minigame. And I've been playing it,
make it look easy.
Well, I've been playing for a long time. I've been playing since the minigame came out, and I regularly. I know it sounds like I'm blowing my own trumpet here, but that's not what I intend. But I do regularly get 2,700. At the very least, I'm over 2,000. In case I do miss 1 or 2, but pretty regularly 2,700, which is the max score. And if you can get over 2,000, I think or it might be 2,002. Whatever, it's in that ballpark, you will get 3 traces and 1 sliver, and sometimes you might get a shard or a fragment instead of a sliver. So yeah, it's like anything, practice makes perfect.
Awesome. Having your hand really relaxed when you do it too kind of helps a little bit.
Yeah, see, what I kind of do is I typically throw on a movie, or watch a bit of TV or something, or might be on TeamSpeak, just chatting to the guys who's on voice, and I kind of zone out a little bit, and I'm just I'm on autopilot, if that makes sense, and that's what I do, and it doesn't get as mind-numbingly boring because part of my attention is drawn away doing something else or listening to something else,
Yeah. And for just to answer your question, I have a breakdown here with the scoring ranges for people so they kind of understand what's going on. Mm-hmm. So if you get from 0 to 840, that's 1 Omega trace. If you can get from 860 to 1250, that's 2. 1300 to 1650 is 3. 1700 to 1950 is 1 Omega Trace and 1 Omega Silver, which is starting to get more valuable now. And now you're talking 2000 to 2200 gives you 2 Omega Traces and 1 Omega Silver. And then if you get up to Winter's range, which is 2300 to 2700, you get 3 Omega Traces and 1 Omega Silver. So yeah, if you're really good at doing this, you can really help yourself out here, and especially on resources in order to make these things to get what you need for that upgrade.
Yeah, so like the only upgrade that's really better than this is the ultimate tech upgrade. But like that's a lot of money, you know, in the game. To upgrade just a single piece of gear. So I really like these tech upgrades, and it only comes around once a year. It's always when the anniversary comes around that this event is active in game. So I strongly recommend everybody take full advantage of it, and you will be able to upgrade your gear at the very least. Well, it's kind of going against what I said, because at the very least you'll get much higher quality gear. Of course, it depends on how many Omega Trace or tech upgrades you get in the end, but it is doable. It is totally doable to upgrade your full loadout, both space and ground.
So Winter, I know we probably talked this one to death, but what's the anniversary ship this year?
I was just about to move on to that. So, enjoying the anniversary events can net you a brand new T6 ship. It'll unlock via an anniversary reputation project and costs 1,000 9th anniversary prize vouchers. You will receive 200 vouchers for completing each of the new story missions. And this is for the first time for playing each of them. So you play one of them and you get 200. You play the other one, you get another 200. The others can be earned by playing Q's Omega Molecule Stabilization minigame. Collect 1,000 and the ship is yours for free for every character on your account. The full stats for this ship will be discussed in an upcoming developer blog. So it works the very same way as the winter event ship or the summer event ship, except that you get a 400 token head start by simply playing, in this case, 2 story missions that are coming out with the anniversary.
It's like 40% of the way right there.
Right, exactly. So I think it's, I want to say 15 days farming the Omega minigame on top of the 400 that you get for the 2 missions. I think.
Yeah, I was going to ask how much they were going to give away in the Omega games, like how many vouchers you were going to receive each time you play.
Well, that depends on your score. You know, depending on your score, you get X amount of. Oh, right. Wait, sorry. I misunderstood you. Right, so you get 40 each time you do the daily.
Well, once a day, so yeah.
But that's not all.
Go ahead, sorry.
Once a day, we can also complete the mission Party Patrol, which takes place on Starfleet Academy, and help Q round up tiny little versions of himself running around the Academy, both the Fed and KDF. Catch them and they'll make you play a devious game. Win to earn great rewards like dilithium ore, reputation marks, or fleet marks.
They're like little rats. They're just all over the place.
AJ Biega in the Facebook chat says, do we know the status of the ship? I think you mean the stats. I don't think that's come out yet. Oh, no, it has come out, actually. I've seen the blog on the Star Trek Online website, and actually probably talk about it here in a few minutes. As with every anniversary, there will be a brand new party popper to earn. As a special reward for completing the Omega Molecule Stabilization events, you can summon the power of a balloon sarcophagus to do your bidding. And by do your bidding, we mean kind of float there. Yeah, whoop-de-doo. But you know, it's nice to collect these things. I think I've got 7 of them. I think something like that. So yeah, this new party popper will it's like the one that puts out the balloons of all the various different ships. This one just puts out a sarcophagus, and it just kind of floats there. But it's basically a balloon version of the sarcophagus ship that we've seen from Star Trek Discovery. Now,
it's the one where you see people in game going around you and just blow them all over the place, and you get annoyed after a while.
Yep. By participating in the anniversary celebrations, you can also unlock 9 brand new emotes.
Yes.
Yes. Kat is going to love this. Kat is, I know this is probably going to be the first thing that she starts working on.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. Now, we don't know what all of them are, but there's one called Finger Guns. And you can check that out on the Star Trek Online website as well. They have a little GIF playing in the blog for that, so you can check it out.
It looks so creepy.
I'm just looking ahead. I thought we had the stats of the...
Yeah, I was checking earlier. I didn't find it, so I don't think they actually did release it, or it's in the blog somewhere.
Oh, do you know what? I think I might have been getting mixed up with the lockbox ship.
Oh, yeah. For that one.
Yes,
yeah.
that's it. So AJ, I'm sorry about that. I was getting confused with the lockbox ship. So that should be coming out Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, it said the full stats for the ship will be discussed in an upcoming developer blog. So whenever that comes out.
Yeah, I would expect that Monday or Tuesday. It should be coming out with the stats of the ship. So anyway, there's a lot of stuff there. I mean, we've got the new Vulcan T6 T'Pau scout ship that we can earn. Again, at the very least, if you don't want it, it's an Admiralty card. You've got the Party Popper Patrol, you've got the new Poppers, and the new emotes. That's a lot of stuff that you can pick up.
I wonder if they'll have Disco in this emote. That's the one that Kat and I really wanted, and that's the one she spent the money for through the other program.
Yeah.
She never got it, yeah.
Yeah, I'll guarantee right now that's not coming with the 9th anniversary. It was part of a promotion that people had to pay money for. They're not just going to turn around and give that away for free. So,
I would so love it, though.
Yeah.
So love
it. I'm sure everybody would, but yeah, that's not happening. Anyway, right, I think we've talked that to death. So why don't we move on to item number 3? And RIKERS, can you tell us about the Kobayashi Maru event, please?
Yeah, the Kobayashi Maru event is back for the weekend. By earning 3 weekend vouchers this time around, it allows players to purchase a new ship weapon, the Prolonged Engagement Photon Torpedo. This new weapon completes the Prolonged Engagement set, which captures excess energy to run the torpedo's autoloaders beyond their recommended levels. To get this weekend event, or to get to the weekend event store, double-click on your weekend event voucher for the store to open. This event will run on PC only from January 19th to January 21st. Remember, captains, in order to queue up for this event, your captain must be a level 50 or higher.
Right. So this
I got the torpedo yesterday.
Yeah.
I just basically got it and then put it in my bank. I really haven't even played around with it yet, but I've heard some people say that's a really nice autoloader re-bonus plus damage, so I'll play around with it probably one day.
Yeah, so this is actually part of a set. There is...
it's the last piece of the set. Right, there's the phasers. What was it? I think
console.
It was cannons or console, yeah.
There was phaser weapons, console, and now we have a torpedo. And that completes the set. But this torpedo has some really, really interesting stats, which unfortunately I don't have in front of me at the moment. But from memory, it seemed like it had a compound interest type of ever-increasing damage until the target was destroyed. So let's say you fire the torpedo and it does 10% damage. The next torpedo fires and it does 60% damage, and the next one is 120 damage, and the next one is 450 damage, or whatever.
Yeah, according to the site, it was saying that it fires the torpedoes more slowly than traditional torpedoes, but fires more rapidly at combat progresses. Further, each shot carries chance to overflow excess energy power into the ship's other weapons, providing armor penetration for a short period of time. The true strength of the torpedo is revealed when all three of the prolonged engagement items are combined. We're activating the
Domino.
They spelled it wrong. The Universal Council. Then you can cause the next prolonged engagement torpedo to receive bonus damage based on the length of the combat, with no upper limit whatsoever. The excess energy cannot be safely contained, however, so spending more than a moment or two outside of combat will cause the charge to dissipate. So that's basically what it says here on the site. There's really no specs on it other than that.
Right. Yeah, but that really got me thinking, and I'm probably going to do a build based around this set, which is actually kind of unusual for me. I don't often do that, to be honest with you. So, yeah.
Well, what weapons would you mix it in with? Because I know you can only have one phaser or cannon, so what other phaser weapon would you try to mix it in with to maximize the benefit?
Honestly, I don't know off the top of my head, but the bonuses, the set bonuses for this sounds so good that there's got to be a great build based around this. There has to be, and it's something that I want to do at some point in the future, hopefully the not too distant future. I might even do a video on it and put it up on my YouTube channel, actually, to be honest with you. But yeah, there's got to be some really, really good builds that you could do based around this set for sure.
Yeah, with no upper limits. I mean, shoot, the sky's forever open to you.
Right, exactly. Now, one thing that I want to point out is even if you haven't got the other two pieces of this set, you can continue to earn these weekend event vouchers up until Monday. So if you started Thursday, you should be finished it by now. Alright, so you have tomorrow and you have Monday again to get another two. And you can always go back to the weekend event store the next time there's a weekend event and use your extra tokens to purchase one of the previously released pieces.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too. That's a pro tip right there, guys. Just keep on playing the game, because you can use those the next time around, even after the event's over.
Right, exactly. So don't discard these things. Definitely not. Keep them in your bank and hang on to them until the next time. Because I got mine. I think I got mine on Friday because I had a couple of extra tokens from the last time they done this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so I'm still doing it, and I should have 3 extra tokens sitting in my bank for the next time they bring out a weekend event, and I'll be able to get it on day 1.
Just makes it so much easier. The hassle of having to get it in such a time crunch, it's easier. I just like it that way. I don't like being rushed in a game.
For the sake of doing a TFO that you're going to get your choice of marks from and a bit of dilithium, and you only have to get to level 4, it's not a big ask, I think, from players. Just include it in your dailies.
But I would really love to beat the Kobayashi Maru.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I honestly, I think it could be like another Well, you see, here's the thing. We don't know if it can be beaten at all.
Well, that's what the people on Reddit were saying too. Is like, wouldn't it be interesting if we found out that the developers put some type of cheat in there that no one's realizing is there in order to win the match? So people have just been talking for weeks, months, years on end, trying to figure out what that may be, if there is anything like it out there. So I hope someone does find it, because I would really like to kick his butt.
Well, you see, the point I was going to make him was that this just keeps on going and going and going. You know, there's no goalposts at the end. You just finish each wave, and it just goes on to the next level, and it just keeps on spawning enemies over and over again. There is no end to the queue at all, so it can never be beaten. Well,
yeah, I guess. Well, you're kind of saying the same thing with the Arena of Sopec too. So I mean, there's forever. I've never seen that. You know, no one's ever going to clear it. You just keep on going, and then you die once everyone finally just can't take it anymore.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's move on to item number 4. We have the Mirror of Discovery launches January 23rd. There is another universe out there. One that is dark and twisted, like a cracked reflection on an ancient mirror. There, the brutal Terran Empire reigns supreme, and all life must either submit or rebel. There have been incursions into our universe from the Terran Empire before, most notably at the behest of the insane Admiral Lita. But nothing like this. On January 23rd, the infamous Captain Killy finally makes her first appearance anywhere in a Star Trek media as Mary Wiseman returns to Star Trek Online. You'll face off.
I love her.
Yeah, you'll face off against the twisted version of Tilly and much more as part of our 9th anniversary update, Mirror of Discovery. I'm really looking forward to this because Mary Wiseman, she's done such a great job with the Tilly character, and I can't. It's actually only recently that I got to appreciate the work that she done for Star Trek Online with the new Discovery faction, because when Age of Discovery launched, I didn't actually, which is a shock for me considering I have so many characters, I actually didn't create an Age of Discovery character because there was no recruitment event, so I didn't feel the need to rush into it. And I actually only done it at the end of last year when there was a double XP weekend. And hearing Mary Wiseman reprising her role as Tilly was absolutely fantastic. She nailed it. It was... I was listening to it. I was like, yeah, this is so Tilly, you know?
She's natural. To me, that's what it feels like. It feels like a natural conversation having real life with another person next to me, but she's like clumsy or scared or shy. It's kind of like I'm not going to spoil anything, but the season 2 opener, that what she did in there, that was pretty funny too. It's a joy to watch her. I guess you kind of want to laugh and you want to root for her at the same time.
Yeah. And as it said there in the blog as well, this is actually the first time, and we actually talked about this on Priority One Podcast. This is the first time that Killy is being seen anywhere. Like, we never seen Killy in Discovery. We just seen Tilly,
the imitation version of her. Yeah,
exactly. Trying to play the part as Killy. So this is it really is a debut, I suppose you would say. Excuse me, and I can't wait to see it because I think it's going to be really, really interesting.
And it'd probably all be before our Discovery actually went to their universe, because if I remember correctly, the other Discovery got destroyed. Was that correct? When it transferred over?
Yeah. What's her name? Admiral.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember her name either. She wasn't very memorable. The one that Lorca had.
Yeah.
Sexual relations with.
Right. Oh, that's bugging me. It's going to bug me now until the end of the show until I can look it up.
Yeah, we'll probably figure it out the last second.
So yeah, that admiral said that she's seen the Discovery crash somewhere. I'm pretty sure she said that. So I suppose it's
Cornwell.
Cornwell, that's it. There we are. I suppose it's an assumption, really. I mean, who knows what the writers will come up with. They could come up with a plausible reason, as to why she's seen scattered remains.
That we still don't know if the Prime Universe Lorca's still alive. If that's true, Kat will be very, very happy.
Yeah. Oh man, I'd love it if Jason Isaacs they were able to put him in the game. That'd be really, really cool.
I loved his performance. I just it sucked we only had him for a season.
Yeah, I know, really does, and we all know that Kat is heartbroken over that as well. Anyway, what else do we have here? Oh yes, we have the Command T6 Mirror Styx Dreadnought Cruiser. The incidents around Pavo have resulted in a lot of new discoveries and designs, as alternate dimension ideas bring inspiration, answers, and more questions towards the minds of this universe. The result of much of this work is the Mirror Styx Dreadnought Cruiser T6. The Styx... Every time I hear that name, it reminds me of the band. So I wonder if someone's a fan of that band. Do you know what? Now that you said the band, there's something actually ringing a bell there, but I can't actually...
Yeah, they were a rock band that came from Chicago, and they were like famous in the 70s and 80s.
Right, okay. The Styx Terran Dreadnought Cruiser T6 will become available with the release of the Emperor's Lockbox, scheduled to arrive on PC starting with the 9th anniversary on January 23rd, 2019, and on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 on March 5th. So there you go, guys. Anyone that's playing on console, March 5th is when this lockbox is going to become available. This new starship can be used as soon as you've completed the tutorial and will scale with you as you level up all the way to max level. So here's yet another ship that levels with you, which is interesting. They seem to be coming out with a lot of these, don't they? Well,
we've had 3 ships so far. This would be the 3rd, right?
Right, yes, it's something like that, all right, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for new players because then it gives them an opportunity to have a ship and worry more about gameplay than having to try to level things up.
So, I'm not sure how I feel about these ships that level with you, and here's why. That Discovery character that I told you that I created at the end of last year, I put it into, the ship that you get from the Discovery starter pack?
With the Walker class, or
right?
Discovery?
No, the Walker class,
okay.
The one that you get from the starter pack, the one that levels with you, the very first ship that they released that leveled with you.
I think that was the Walker class.
Yeah. I used that ship with that character because it was like, why would I? I got this ship. It's a Discovery tomb. Why would I not put it in there? Especially when the ship will level with me. And what I found was that I was actually missing, going back and claiming a new ship every 10 levels, because every time I claimed a new ship, I'd end up with better weapons than what I previously had. Do you get me? And
I guess I always do it. It's just for people that, that like to have the simplicity of not having to worry about all that.
Right.
It's only up to level 50 anyways, so even if you wanted the T6 ship, you'd have to spend Lobby in order to get that same ship, which that's what I think sucks.
What? Lobby for what ship?
Yeah, because it only goes up to level 50.
No, it doesn't. It's a T6.
No, there is a T6 version, but the one you get for creating a new character, it only goes up to level 50.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, but I'm not talking about that specific. What I'm talking about is that I found it difficult leveling up. I had such inferior quality gear while I was leveling up in that ship that I'm not sure if I think that these ships that level up with you is actually a good idea. Because every time, normally when I create a new character and I rank up to the next rank every 10 levels, I get a new ship, and that has a new class of weapons and gear on it already. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that. I was just saying they were trying to make it easier for some of the new players.
Yeah, but again, I'm saying I'm not sure that it is making it easier. It's actually making it harder because you're stuck with your Mark III weapons.
Yeah, it could be. But if that's how they want to play, that's really up to them. You know what I mean? That sucks. You're going to be losing all the benefits of having the extra firepower or the stronger shields or better hull. They don't do it.
Right, because like when you get your last ship at level 40, you've got Mark X or Mark 10 weapons on that ship, and when I was at that level with this ship, I found that I was stuck with my Mark 8 or 6 or 5 or whatever weapons it was that I had at the time, and they were really low level, and I was like, why am I finding this so difficult? And then it dawned on me, I was like, oh, because I haven't been upgrading my gear by getting all the weapons and stuff that I would normally get. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if these ships that level with you are a good idea or not.
Well, and I could see your point of view, too. I mean, it also makes the missions harder, too, because you're just not as strong as you should be.
Right, exactly, because you automatically, got like a free upgrade every 10 levels, essentially, when you got your new ship. So, yeah, I'm not sure if it's a good thing or not. I imagine for a brand new player who doesn't know anything about the game, getting one of these ships is probably a really bad idea. Probably a really, really bad idea.
Well, if they just want the ship and they don't want to spend Lobby on it, they can still use it. Just make sure to upgrade, to other stuff. You know what I mean? Don't use the equipment that actually comes with the ship when you get it the first time.
No, I'm not with you. Where are you pulling Lobby from? For which ship is you saying in the Lobby store?
I believe the Walker is a T6 Lobby ship.
No. I'm talking about. All right, the Walker I was talking about was the one.
No, I know that's the one I said before. That one, it levels up with you. All the items and everything that are on there, the weapons, the consoles, they all level up with you. But you can have the ship and still put whatever consoles you want on it instead of using the ones that auto level with you. You'd be just as good as any other ship, because it's still up. The hull and everything that comes standardized for whatever level you're in is still going to be the same for each 10 levels. It's still going to go up just like any other ship. The only thing that really doesn't balance out itself is the weapons and the consoles and everything that come with it. That's the weird thing about it.
Yeah.
Because even like someone was mentioning earlier here on Twitch about, let me see if I can find it here, the C-Store TOS Constitution, it comes with the leveling phasers too, and those are a real drawback as well. So technically, maybe that could have been the test example to see if that was actually feasible to work, or maybe it's even a bug. Maybe it should be as strong as your highest level that you can get for what level you are right now. I'm not sure, but the way it is right now, it doesn't really play that way.
Yeah. Anyway, getting back to the Styx Terran Dreadnought Cruiser. My opinion of this ship is it's very balanced when looking at the stats. Like it's got a decent hull, it's got decent shields, 4 weapons forward and aft. It's got pretty decent bridge officer seating. The console layout is pretty well balanced as well, and you can really notice it in the Admiralty card stats for the ship. It's a little bit. It's high on the engineering, or its highest point is on the engineering, and then it slopes down to tactical and eventually to science. But it's not a huge jump, if you know what I mean. It's a very balanced ship, or that's how it looks to me anyway.
Well, I think one of its biggest advantages is that new Terran Empire frigate that comes with the ship as a hangar bait character.
Do you know what that reminds me of? The hangar pet, actually, is the Cylon Heavy Raiders from Battlestar Galactica. I swear, like, you know the Heavy Raiders, like, do you remember the one that crashed into the hangar bay on Galactica, and then all the Cylons came out of it? That's what these look like. I swear there has to be inspiration from Battlestar Galactica when designing them.
I actually haven't seen an image of the frigate yet.
Oh, you want to look at the blog, and you'll see it there. But I think when you do, you'll be like, yep, Cylon Heavy Raider for sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see it. It does kind of look like it.
You actually looked it up this second?
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, I think we've talked that ship to death, and we still have a good bit of stuff to get through. So let's move on to item number 5, the Emperor's Lockbox. Can you tell us about that, RIKERS?
Yeah, the Mirror Universe is a classic premise given special life by the universe of Star Trek. Dystopias are common, but a dark tale on Star Trek is something more. All the understanding, embracing of science, and broad vision of Gene Roddenberry's creation twisted into a futuristic nightmare turned ever darker. Now that I got your attention, Stowe is bringing us the Emperor's Lockbox. This box contains ships, weapons, duty officer assignments, kit modules, a vanity shield, and traits. Additionally, each box contains a Terran fortune cookie, making me hungry, packed with the wisdom and nutrients of the Terran Empire. But wait, there's more. A new special console that can be acquired from the lockbox called the Approaching Agony Universal Console. When activated, this console deploys a small pressurized bubble of coherent agonizer discharge, directing it via projected magnetic field towards a nearby enemy starship. I feel like I'm an engineer right now. They're using some big words in there. Once close enough, the field is released, causing the bubble to burst into a cloud of highly charged particles and a massive amount of Agni energy stored within. With nowhere else to go, the cloud naturally seeks the nearest enemy ship. The ship inside the cloud suffers a wave of agonizing energy discharging into their hulls, damaging their systems, and torturing their crews. The cloud deals significant amount of phaser damage over time, and each wave of damage has a chance to disable the enemy ship outright for a few moments. Ooh, that sounds scary. Also, for you Lobby people out there, the Lobby store is going to have 2 new items, and these are the ones I'm really looking to get. There's going to be the Emperor's Sword, this replica of Emperor Georgiou's sword that inspires nearby allies, has a chance to inflict a bleed with every swing. Lastly, the welder of the sword can call in a Terran assault squad to reinforce their position in the field. Or, like Kat and I are waiting for, and pretty sure Winters is too, you can make your enemies cower in fear with the uniforms for the 23rd century Terran Empire. These stylish gold outfits are fashionable as they are intimidating. Full list of the items are listed in the lockbox, will be available at StarTrekOnline.com. Some of the exciting items I'm looking to see on top of the sword and the uniform: the Emperor's Execution Spinner. You remember, Winners, when we saw that episode, we were all talking about how we'd love to have that spinner. In this brutal weapon, it actually deploys sharp blades that flies in an arc that slices through all enemies nearby, giving heavy physical damage. I cannot wait to use that thing.
Yeah, so I think that what you just talked about there, so the the Emperor's Sword, the Terran Empire costumes, and the fidget spinner are going to be the most popular items in this lockbox, and I think it's what everyone's going to want to get. Actually, wait, no, sorry. They don't even come from the lockbox. It's the lobby store, isn't it?
Well, the sword and the uniform come from the lobby store. The other items, they come from the lockbox, as far as I can tell. Like for the execution spinner, I think it's a lockbox item. The deploy Agni Field, which is another one I'm interested in, is going to be in the lockbox. And the deploy ambush turrets, that's another item that's going to be in the lockbox. The only two, again, are just going to be the Emperor's Sword and the Terran uniforms that will be available in the lobby store. So there's a lot that people are going to want from both.
Yes. So, whenever a lockbox comes out, you expect everyone, everybody wants to get the ship. But totally. This is one of the times that I don't think the ship is the item that everybody wants to get. I think it's the fidget spinner, the sword, and the costumes. And I think that the Terran costumes is going to be like the number one thing that everyone's going to want to get.
Oh, and it's because we all loved it. It was fantastic when we saw these exact 3 items come out. And they did such a good job portraying them in the store in the show that, we want to play them in the game now.
Yeah.
There's going to be everyone with swords now out there battling each other. Isn't there going to be no more weapons?
So I take it you're going for these 3 items.
Oh, totally. Especially that fidget spinner.
I'll go for the costume and probably the fidget spinner to try it out. But I'm not that keen on the sword. I don't really care about the sword, but I know a lot of people will be. I can see the sword becoming very popular, especially against Borg.
Well, you actually have to get the sword because you are an emperor.
Right. We are approaching on our mirror month, I suppose. We'll be coming up in a couple of months.
Hail Emperor Winters, or Winters.
Summers.
Or Williams.
Summers. Emperor Summers,
Summers
remember?
Too. No, I just remember James saying, what was it? He said, Hail Admiral Williams or something like that.
No, it's Emperor Summers. Right, okay, let's move on to item number 6. With the release of the 9th anniversary update for Star Trek Online, STO will be rolling out a new account-wide progression system for all captains to enjoy. Personal Endeavors. Inspired by the positive feedback received from the current Endeavor system, Personal Endeavors bring new endeavors, account-wide progression, and increased opportunities for daily rewards. All high-level captains, level 60 or above, will now be able to unlock account-wide stat increases by completing daily tasks. Every day you will be given 3 personal endeavor tasks of varying difficulties, easy, medium, and hard. These tasks are shared account-wide and unique to every account, and are granted in addition to the existing server-wide endeavors, which they are rebranding as universal endeavors for clarity. Completing your personal endeavors will grant experience within this system, as well as other rewards mentioned below. Acquiring enough personal endeavor experience will lead to gaining a perk point. Choosing to spend a personal endeavor perk point will give you the opportunity to select from 3 random options for advancing a stat in the game. These options could include things like critical hit chance or increased damage resistance rating. Every stat can be raised multiple times, and all stats are separated for ground and space. As with the tasks, these stats increases are also account-wide, and even benefit characters on your account that aren't yet high enough level to access the Personal Endeavor system. Personal Endeavors were designed to give small objectives when you log on, but nothing so overwhelming that you weren't able to do other things you wanted to do with your time in Star Trek Online. Examples of personal endeavors could be as simple as doing damage of a certain type or going to a specific battle zone to defeat a particular enemy. STO expects that most players will be capable of completing even the hard difficulty endeavors without having to traverse too far outside of their existing play patterns. The goal was to introduce just enough variety to make each daily login feel a little bit more special and a little more unique. Completing a personal endeavor will give you a box of rewards corresponding to the difficulty of the endeavor that was completed. Personal endeavor reward boxes will always include personal endeavor experience, scales with difficulty of personal endeavor, normal experience, scales with difficulty of personal endeavor, endeavor box containing 1 easy, 2 medium, or 5 hard of the following rewards, chosen at random. Repeats of each prize are possible. So energy credits, dilithium ore, crafting materials, reputation marks, fleet marks, captain specialization point. Current endeavor reward boxes granted upon completing the universal endeavor will be unchanged. Each personal endeavor box will also have a chance to give a personal endeavor reroll token. Much like a pass token in the Admiralty system, these tokens can be used to re-roll a current personal endeavor and be given a new random one at the same difficulty. Any progress in the personal endeavor re-rolled will be lost, but maybe the new goal will be something that's more to your style. This system will exist alongside the current endeavor system, excuse me, which will keep its own style of tasks. Where personal endeavors can be completed by an individual captain, universal endeavors will be focused on multiplayer experiences that many captains can enjoy together, or at least in one another's company. The people at STO are excited for this system, as developers and players of Star Trek Online are expected it to be a great addition alongside the current Endeavor gameplay. Okay, that was a mouthful.
So what do you think?
Well, I was just going to ask you that. What's your take on this, Rikers?
I mean, it's cool that I, get some benefits, like with increased damage, or what's some of the other ones here that we're talking about? Basically, yeah, it's cool. I could see the benefit of getting additional bonuses on, attacks, or bonus on damage resistance, or whatever else like that. But it's really just the same thing. It's just another pop-up menu that's going to be on my screen that I'm going to have to take care of.
Woohoo, double! I just got 1,000
congratulations.
GPL. Okay, so I think this is going to be a good addition to the game. The one thing that I'm very, very curious about, and I didn't see it in the blog at all, is, are these stat increases permanent, or is there a time limit on them? So you spend a point to increase your critical hit severity, for example. Does that last forever and a day, or is it for 5 hours or 20 hours or whatever? Is there a cap to them?
Well, I would surely hope that they're permanent, because it's supposed to be a countdown, correct?
Yes.
So I think it kind of sucked that they only did it for a limited amount of time, but it's possible.
Duncan Idaho says the stat increases are permanent, but they are also minor. So, okay. That's my question answered. My next question then is, are there caps to each of these stat increases? Because if they're permanent and you're playing the game for 3 years, presumably you will have completed a hell of a lot of endeavors in that amount of time, and you could end up, even if it is minor increases over the period of, let's say, 3 years, that would add up to be a ridiculous bonus.
Well, they could also make it so that, the ones that we can apply our tokens to could only be for a limited amount of time. Once those are done, that's the highest we can get, and they bring out some new set of items that we have to put tokens in. I'm not sure, but that would sound like the easiest thing to do, because, like, again, for what Duncan said, it may be minor, but if it was like you could do it for 3 years and just keep on building it, that could become a major play for the game.
So Duncan Idaho says, there is a cap, but the nub is that you don't get to choose them outright. Every time you level your personal endeavor, you get a choice of 3 random stats to increase. You'll be working on this for a while to max out any given skill, but you'll get a lot of little increases across the board.
See, right. That's what I thought they would do. It'd be something random like that.
Right. And AJ Villegas says in the Facebook chat that 15 is the max. Right.
15 tokens you can get?
Maybe 15 levels. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what he means by that. Right, so every time you get one of these points, you can't focus them all into the same thing. The system is going to restrict you to 3 random ones each time this happens. So you would see a lot of repeats, let's just say, because that's the only way you'd be able to add more tokens to a particular item. Right. You would imagine that with a system like that, you would probably end up bringing all of them up together at the same time, really, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's right. Actually, Duncan's saying it's live on Tribble. I haven't even gone on Tribble for a few days, so I might have to check on that.
Yeah, now, I actually did go on Tribble, but I literally logged on, had a look at the UI, and logged off again. So I haven't done an awful lot. Well, I've done no testing on it, basically. But you're absolutely right. It is available on Tribble now, and you guys can check that out if you want to get a head start on the system. So when it comes next week, you'll have a better idea of it. I certainly plan to log on to Tribble and put a bit more time into it, so that I know. I'd like to be prepared, before it actually goes live. But overall, I think it's going to be a good addition to the game. I don't imagine any of the tasks being that difficult, I don't imagine it being very different from the current Endeavor system, except for there's an easy, medium, and hard version of it. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, I think.
We'll have to play and see if it works out the way it sounds.
Okay, let's move on to PC patch notes for the 16th of January. They resolved an issue that was causing player characters to turn invisible when selecting goatee option from the tailor. I can attest to this because, as you can all see right now, my guy is rocking a goatee, as he always does. And yes, for a full week, I was invisible. I was the invisible man, along with many, many other players in-game. And it was a little bit annoying, especially if you were trying to do any ground content. So I'm delighted that they got that fixed. Moving on, the beginning mission of each story arc is no longer immediately available after completing the tutorial. Players will still be able to use the skip function to access any mission they want to. Resolved an issue that was preventing access to inventory slots on various ships. Resolved an issue that was causing items to ignore overflow bag limits when dry docking a ship. Added an explanatory line of dialogue to Admiral Quinn that tells about how to use the mission journal and will open it for the player if needed. Memorial plaque updated to include William Morgan. Resolve an issue that discounted version of the standard Vanguard pack appearing in the C-store after it had been purchased. Under Systems, they resolved an issue that caused the Requisition Dyson Joint Command Vanity Shield Tier 6 project to have an incorrect background. And resolved an issue that caused some photon torpedoes to have incorrect visuals under torpedo spread. There's a few other things in there as well, and if you want to check them out, we recommend that you go to StarTrekOnline.com and take a look at those changes in the most recent patch.
Dr. Graves is no longer here, it's said.
Moving on, item number 8. We would like to extend some very happy birthday wishes to actually quite a few people this week. So we have Lieutenant Toxic Flare, Lieutenant Commander Insane Rapture, Captain Seal, Captain Desh, Lieutenant Elmotastic. Elmotastic? Right, yeah. Lieutenant Commander Clelburn?
Probably close enough.
Yeah. Ambassador Xantix, Captain Ghost DX1, Captain Chiramore, Lieutenant Commander Ewo, Ambassador Grey Fox, Commander Wooden Chessman, okay, Lieutenant Rad Hazard C, Lieutenant Commander Maya Joe. By the way, apologies for butchering so many of these names, but these people are very creative when they're coming up with their names.
Oh, totally, they are.
Commander Jinx Luckless, Commander Ronsuran? Ronasan. Yeah, Commander Ronasan. Snoopy Malice, Lieutenant Undercover, Lieutenant Widowmaker, Lieutenant Kramer, Lieutenant Commander Corbrus, Captain Spaulding. So happy birthday to every single one of those guys. They recently celebrated their birthdays. So yeah, very, very happy and sincere birthday wishes to all of you. Give me 1 second. I actually forgot to add this into our script for tonight, but I'm going to pull it directly. Yeah. So moving on, we would like to highlight one special member this week, and that is Captain Bosch for his recent donation that he made to the Priority One Armada website. You guys have heard me say this before also many times, but Priority One Armada has grown to the point where it's too much for any one person to handle, and a community this size does have real world costs, both you know, personal time investments, but actual money costs as well. And without the continued support of members like Captain Bosch, there is no way that we would be able to keep producing content, or even to keep the community going and the regular events that we do throughout any calendar year. So thank you, Captain Bosch, so much for your continued support. We really, really do appreciate it, and we thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Bosch, and actually everyone else too for even supporting us if they couldn't do it financially.
Yep.
Kudos to all of you. We really do appreciate you.
Yep, definitely, definitely. Right, so that's all the news for this week. So we're going to move on to our away mission now. But before we do that, I think that it is time to do another giveaway.
Sure is.
Yep. So this time we are giving away another accelerated officer training pack code. And the word that we would like you to type into the Twitch chat is the word year. Please type in the word year into the Twitch chat, and that will enter yourself in with a chance of winning an accelerated officer training pack code.
Good luck, everyone.
Yes, good luck all. Right, Rikers, what was the away mission?
It's Q night. So what's everyone interested in doing tonight?
Q night.
Ground, space.
Do you know what? I don't know how this is going to work.
Just everyone just queue up for a mission. Whoever gets with whatever will
So we're going with specific missions?
However we want to do it. It's really up to them. It's their night. No, we can't kill the bad guys.
We always kill the bad guys. What are you on about?
We are the bad guys. Remember, we're from the Empire.
Right. Let's open up the TFO window.
One asked if we can do Kobayashi Maru.
I was thinking, will we try and do like one of the 20-mans to start off?
We could do that. And hey, brothers, don't talk about my mom. I come for you.
Let's see. I want to organize this by number. Here, this. No, that's 10. They're 5s. It's not working out the way I want it to. Where's the 20-mans? Wow.
Yeah, it's not doing it for me either.
Did they take out... Did they take out Big Dig?
Let me see if I can find it.
How come I don't remember this?
Yeah, Big Dig's not there. Maybe it's one of the ones they took out that they're fixing. I don't remember seeing anything about it.
I don't remember anything about that at all.
Because only when I don't even see any 20-man queues. I only see the 10-man queue for the Crystalline event.
Yeah, the only 20-man is Starbase Fleet Defense.
Oh, I don't even see that on my side.
Yeah. Alright, everybody queue up for Starbase Fleet Defense, and we'll try and give that one a go. In case you're wondering how to find it, just click on all, go down to the S's, and it should be the first one there. Starbase Fleet Defense. Well, I cannot believe they got rid of Big Dig. That is, yeah, disappointing.
That was a fun one. I like the low gravity environment.
I know, right? That was always so much fun. I always like taking that big jump off the cliff from where you
It's like you're committing suicide.
Yeah, it's like, goodbye, cruel world.
And you just bounce back up in the air. That's all that happens. Yeah, a lot of us haven't done Big Dig in years, Max. But, every once in a while we'll get into it, and that's just, like, one of the funnest things to do is just the jump around.
Advisory Panda asks, are we teaming? No, just everybody queue up for the Big Dig and let the system put us all on teams.
So, did you hear the news? I guess apparently Star Trek 4 is a go. They finally came into negotiations with Chris Pine, and they're going to do that. And also all the other stars are getting raises, too.
Oh, wow.
Paramount, I guess, figured out that, hey, all their stars are becoming more famous now, so it's going to get harder and harder for them to do shows if they want to keep going, so they have to pay them.
Everyone's got to get paid.
Well, I mean, you got Chris Pine, he's a big star now, and he's in a lot of movies. And then you got... Uhura, I forget what her name is. She's in the Marvel movies. And then you got Chris Urban, not Chris Urban, what's his name? I forgot his name.
Keith Urban.
Keith, yeah. I mean, he's in a lot of movies too, including the Marvel movies. I mean, you remember that? Did you ever see Thor, the last Thor movie?
Oh, yeah, Ragnarok, yeah.
Yeah, where he was
Carl Urban, Big Mike
Carl
Ocho.
Urban, thank you.
Thank you.
He was using that stupid exercise machine. Looks like he was doing something really bad.
It's been a while since I've seen that movie, but that's actually a blank.
That's where he was actually the protector of the gate entry on
yes. Now I know what you're on about.
Two girls.
Yeah, I know what you're on about now.
Carl Urban because he is a close personal friend of mine.
Oh, hey Anthony, how's it going?
Hey Anthony, what's up?
Can you hear us?
Yes, I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. How are you doing?
You were talking about my close personal friend Carl Urban, who I played pool with, and I thought I would just remind you that his name is Carl Urban.
Yes, yeah. I blanked on it there.
I remember it. He's one of my more favorite ones, but I just drawn a blank today, man.
Did I mention that I played pool with him?
No, you didn't.
Did I mention that I was in Portugal last year?
Yes, that's true. You did. A couple times, couple hundred times, I think.
Yeah. You should tell that story, actually. I think it's a funny one when yourself and Elijah met Carl Urban.
Oh, do you want me to tell it right now?
Yeah, I think you should do it. It's a funny story.
So Elijah and I from Priority One Podcast, we were up in Ticonderoga, New York for Ticonderoga, and if you're not familiar with Ticonderoga, New York, it's where they have the original series set tour. So it's a replica of the original series Enterprise and the bridge, and they do a lot of events, and this was their yearly Star Trek convention that they do, and their special guests were the doctors. So they had Gates McFadden from Star Trek The Next Generation, Dr. Crusher, and they had Carl Urban from Bones McCoy from the new Star Trek movies. And Elijah and I went up on Saturday, and we were going to do the press time with Gates in the afternoon, and then we were supposed to stay through Sunday to do the press time with Carl Urban the next day, but there were some scheduling issues, and so we decided to just do Saturday. We did the press time with Gates. We went and walked around the convention a little bit. We talked to some of you guys, actually, some of our fans, and then we decided to go have dinner, or go get a drink, actually, and then that turned into dinner. And we went to this really sketchy biker bar across the street from the set tour. And at first Elijah was like, I don't know if we should go in there. I'm like, no, I've been in here before, it's fine. So we go in there and we get some drinks, and they actually were serving the Deep Space Nine ale,
nice.
which is really good if you haven't had it. It's delicious. And so I believe we drank them out of them. They had none left by the time we were done. And we had some food, and while we were there, I went to go use the restroom. I came back, and Elijah was freaking out. He's like, Carl Urban's in here. Carl Urban's in here. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? He's like, yeah, he's right over there. And the bar, the bar was like a big horseshoe, and there was a wall in the center, so we couldn't see the other side of the bar. But Elijah assured me that Carl Urban was on the other side, and he said I'm going to buy him a drink. I'm like, oh, that's classy. So he calls the bartender over. He tells him, whatever that guy over there is ordering, just put it on our tab. So he does that, and about three or 4 minutes later, we hear this, this booming New Zealander voice, asking who bought his drink, and he comes walking around, and he asks a couple times, and then Elijah raises his hand, and he comes over, and we talk to him for a couple minutes. We thank him, for all he does for the fans, and he thanks us for the drink, and we just some small talk for a couple minutes, and then we tell him to enjoy his night, and he goes back over and continues his drink. Well, about 10 or 15 minutes later, Elijah mentions, hey, we should go play pool. And I was like, yeah, let's go play pool. And he's like, oh, well, maybe not, because Carl Urban's on that side of the bar. I'm like, no, forget him. Let's just go play pool and have a good time. So we walk around the bar, and we go, and we put in our quarters. We get the pool table set up. And as I'm setting up the pool table, Carl Urban turns to us and says, I'll take winner. And so Elijah and I just looked at each other like in shock, and I whispered to him, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to kick your ass now. Which I then promptly did. And then I played Carl Urban, and we chit-chatted a little bit. He was kind of like on the low key. He just wanted to relax, so we weren't pestering him too much. And then after I played him, which he beat me, it was a pretty close game, but he beat me. Then he turned to Elijah and said, okay, you're up next. And so then he played Elijah. And then afterwards we took a picture, and it's on the if you go to the Priority One Instagram, it's on there. So
Big Mikey says, hey, it's Anthony. Anthony, just FYI, I think you're an awesome pickup for the podcast. You're awesome. And
thank you.
Sano Skyrat says hi as well. he originally called you Tony, and then he called you Anthony. and
fine.
Big Mikey says that is a freaking amazing story. Which it is. I love that story. I remember when that actually happened, and I was like, I'm not jealous at all.
We immediately called Kenna and told her what happened, and I said, hey Kenna, so two out of three of us have touched Carl Urban in a non-creepy way. Can you guess who it is? Because a couple of years ago, she awkwardly caressed Carl Urban, trying to get his attention. So
I thought you were going to tell us that Carl Urban actually hustled you at the pool table.
No, well, he's good. He is good. I had a very lucky game for myself, and so my game with him was pretty close. And at one point, he had no balls on the table. It was just the 8-ball for him, and I had, I think, 3 balls left. And he turns and he looks at me and he goes, a better player could finish this out now. and I was like, oh, so you're saying I'm not a good player? And he's like, and he just kind of looked at me. So I then sank 1 ball. Then I turned and sank the next ball, and then he looked at me and he's like, oh, okay. So then when I went to sink the 3rd ball, which then would leave me with just the 8-ball, I completely missed it, and then he went and won the game. So
just to take a slight detour for a second, this Starbase Fleet Defense, it's not going to kick off. Somebody said there might be a bug with it, so what say we just do random TFOs?
Sounds good to me.
Everybody queue up at the same time. We'll all end up being grouping up with each other.
Are we doing an easy or advanced?
Right. So everybody in chat now, say either normal or advanced, and we'll see where the majority lies, and we'll pick a difficulty. What do you think, Anthony? Normal or advanced?
I just queued up for normal, so I'm gonna say normal.
What's your friend Carl? What would he do?
Carl would he'd probably go for normal. He'd have a low key night.
Okay, we got 2 advanced, 1 normal, 2 advanced, another advanced. Advanced is winning so far.
Sounds like we're going advanced.
Sound off, guys. Tell us now. Do you want normal or advanced, and we'll all queue up for the same thing, or go through the random system?
Forever hold your peace.
So, if you think that's a great story, at some point tonight, I should tell my Kate Mulgrew story.
Oh, I know that story, but that's not nearly as good as the Carl Urban story, I don't think.
It's not as cool, but it caught me completely off guard, twice in that evening. That evening, I was I was caught off guard running into her, number 1, and then number 2, I was caught off guard kind of running into her again for a second time. Right, guys,
everybody, the majority seems to be with advanced, so everybody choose advanced difficulty and just click join random, and a bunch of us should all end up being teamed together, and we'll just play random stuff.
Hope's already came up for me.
Yep, pop for me as well.
Also for me.
Make sure you have your specialization set as best as you can. Ooh, loading Kronos.
What?
We doing Brotherhood of the Sword?
I wasn't ready for that.
Brotherhood of the Sword, is it?
Sure is.
It is Brotherhood of the Sword. Yay! Yep.
I know I'm in here with RIKERS. I don't know.
No, surprising. All 3 of us are together here.
Oh, we are? Okay, wow.
All right.
Woohoo! Party time.
Do I have my... I've got...
Let's get into some combat uniform. What do I want to do?
I'll put on my gamma armor for this.
Ah, crap.
Okay,
I know what costume I'll wear.
All right, advance.
Combat. There we go. All right, guys. I'm going activating the doohickey in the middle, and I'll take
the other doohickey.
I've got the one that is south. Mine's done. Excellent. All right, we can do a speed run here, guys. This is fantastic. All right, I'm taking left. Going to help out the squad of Klingons.
I'm going right. Yeah, this mission's a little more fun when it's on Elite.
Yeah, I normally play this on Elite, but I haven't played it on Elite now in a really long time since random TFOs came out. Whoa, who done that? Not yet.
There was someone in front of me. I think some guy named Decker.
Yes, you have to complete the objectives first.
Oh, I don't think Mr. Decker knows where.
All right,
Mr. Decker is
moving to the fire team. Fire team is mobile. No, 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 no. Not yet, not yet, not yet.
Someone started it again.
It's Mr. Decker.
Man, I thought he bonded with V'ger. Why is he being here?
All right, now, somebody kick it off now, please.
All right, I'm going.
I'm at the one to the south.
I started mine.
All right.
1 of 12 did the other one. We should be all good.
Awesome. There we go. This is the way to do it, you see. This is a speed run. Okay, I'm going for the Syndicate guy.
And I have not done this often enough to know what's going on.
Big Mikey asks, so are TFOs just queues renamed? Yes. So, basically, they didn't like that people referred to what was known as the PvE queues just, you know, as queues, because what's exciting about being in a queue?
Being in a line.
So they've rebranded them as TFOs, which are Task Force Operations, and funnily enough, it's sticking. People are actually calling them TFOs now. I actually thought it was going to be a little bit more difficult for them to get that done, but yeah, people are calling them TFOs now. So
oh no,
yeah.
who activated?
No, that's fine. It's okay. We've completed optionals.
Oh boy.
Someone activate again, please.
I tried,
I'm trying, but I'm getting ready to die.
toasted.
I actually just died. I got a muscle strand. It's like a cramp in my leg.
Like your character or you?
Both.
AJ says STFs forever. Yes, indeed. And Drunk Flux says love random now. Yeah, playing through the random system is fantastic. It's like getting paid on the double.
Yeah, it's just so much easier too because you can keep on playing it over and over and over again. No time limits.
I miss.
Come on, guys,
so much.
don't. All right, guys. Remember, the objective is to do the consoles, not to kill the enemies. All right, so that's a speed run. A speed run is focusing on the objectives rather than killing stuff. So here now, I'm going to activate this one. It's the first thing I'm going to do, and we just run to the consoles and get the next stage kicked off. And that's all we have to do, and then we're on the final level.
You already got that one, Anthony.
Yep,
so
I've got one.
Yeah,
I don't
my
think I'm
problem
gonna
last
make it
time
to the
was
other
I
one.
was just
Booyaka!
getting
There we go.
smoked.
See? You just ignore all the enemies and you just focus on the objectives. But you have to know when to actually activate the consoles because you have to get the objectives done first. So now we can't fail it. There's no way of failing it now.
Yeah, tell that to Mr. Decker there.
This is a very, very good run, I have to say. Nice. Well done, everyone. Booyaka.
Shakalaka.
Boom, shakalaka.
So 107 marks, and I got an uncommon advanced TFO reward package. Nice. All right, leaving the
Pretty
map.
much the same with me.
Okay, so when you're ready, guys, queue up for random TFOs again.
Queuing up now.
Hitting the queue. I mean, hitting the TFO.
Why would you hit the queue? What is wrong with you?
Q deserves to be hit, just like Cisco did.
That's like our running joke we have within the Armada.
What's a running joke that we have in the Armada?
Who is the best captain of all the shows?
Ah,
You remember
Cisco.
the answer? Cisco, because he hit Q.
Well, I'll tell you, after I saw the first episode of Discovery Season 2, I may have to go with Pike from Discovery.
Yeah, I actually, I have to say, I'm liking the new Pike, even though I've only seen one episode. Yeah.
No joke. I've seen that episode 4 times already, and it's funny because on the podcast I've been recently saying that my favorite episode of Discovery was Music to Make the Sanest Man Go Mad, the time travel episode with Harry Mudd.
Oh my god, I hate that episode.
That was one of my favorites too.
Well, the good news is that that's no longer my favorite episode. Season 2, episode 1 is now my favorite episode.
Did you see the short trek with the guy from The Office?
Yo, yeah, I saw all of them.
What did you think of that one?
I actually thought that was the best written and executed short trek.
It was kind of funny, yeah.
It didn't really have much in terms of story, but it like nothing surprising, but it I mean, other than the twist, but I thought it was the best one, though.
Who am I with?
I don't know, but I see the.
Are you in Counterpoint?
Pizza. I see the pizza cutter.
I'm the pizza cutter.
Oh man.
Something happened to my build too. I changed some stuff a couple days ago, and now it's just not as good as it used to be. So I gotta figure out what I did wrong.
That's like the ship I hate to fly the most.
Oh God, I love this ship. Oh, what I like to do sometimes is, can you see my ship right now?
No, I'm surrounded by Terran forces.
Just let me know when you get a shot of my ship, and I'll show you what I like to do sometimes.
So I blowed up.
I'm right above it.
All right. Sometimes I like to do this. And go Geckley.
Where'd you go? It's like you were right underneath me, and then all of a sudden you just disappeared.
Yeah, because do you see the Geckley running around shooting stuff?
Oh, you're using a holo emitter?
Yeah. But I think it's funny when I do that, and then all of a sudden I turn back into the giant pizza cutter.
So, winners, who do you got joining your team?
I've got some people. I can't look right now because I'm kind of busy.
What TFO are you in?
The Cure. Space.
Oh, we got Counterpoint.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it looks like there are only 2 people here.
I died it again, but I took the cube down to 46%.
There you go.
And I'm about to blow him up.
Yeah, Anthony, the Enterprise that I'm flying right now is actually one of the recommended heal ships for the Kobayashi Maru. I took the build right off of a Stowe builds that they had from on the DPS site and see if it was trying to work. It works okay. I only tried it once. I haven't tried it a second time yet.
The build I'm using is from Timberwolf. I don't know if anybody's familiar with his videos. But it's about a year. It's about a year or so old, maybe a little more. It's just weird. I changed some traits and stuff, and I think I messed something up. So
that's how it feels a little bit on my character. I mean, my weapons almost seem like they do no damage, but I can really last in a fight, and I can heal everyone with no problem.
Yeah, I kind of went the other way. I'm not lasting as long as I used to. And warp core breaches, for some reason, really take a toll on me.
Yeah, I had to do some respect. But, I had 40 respect tokens, so I thought, well, why not?
Oh, yeah. See, here we go. There we go. The pizza cutter is down. I repeat, the pizza cutter is down.
Oh, no, my pizza.
Oh, nice. Got a very rare TFO reward package. Nice.
Oh, wow, you guys are done already?
Yep. And I just blowed up again.
Guys. So, what do you guys think about the announcement of Picard's new show? I think it's called Lower Decks. Am I correct on that?
No, Lower Decks is the animated show. The adult animated show from the co-creator and showrunner of Rick and Morty.
Oh, okay. Because I saw it on a blog, so they must have spoke on that one. But then there's the Georgia one that they're going to be creating. It's all about Section 31.
Yeah, that one's going to be it's going to be interesting.
What do you think about that, Winners? You want to see a Section 31 series?
Yeah, I'm interested to see that. Section 30. Since I've seen Section 31 for the first time on Deep Space Nine, I've loved the idea of Section 31.
That was fun with Deep Space Nine. They did that really good.
Oh my God, the guy that played Luther Sloan.
Yep.
Oh, such a great job on the character.
He's also the villain in Die Hard 2.
Oh yeah. I knew that. He played that role so well. It's just like, I want to know more about this guy. So yes, a show based on Section 31. Yeah.
That, and I thought an Orville episode this past week was pretty good too.
I actually haven't seen that yet, to be honest with you. I still have to catch the Orville's latest episode.
Are you referring to the one with the krill?
Hey, don't give it away, man.
Well, I mean...
He was going on a date with his girlfriend. That's all I'm going to say. It got really hot and steamy for a moment.
Yeah, it was okay. I don't know. I'm not as big on the Orville as other people.
Oh, Orville rocks. It's better Trek than season 1 of Discovery was.
Oh my God, it absolutely is not.
Yes, it was.
No.
Yes, it was.
It's better Next Generation Trek than Discovery, but that's not what Discovery was trying to do.
Discovery didn't know what it was trying to do in season 1.
Discovery knew exactly what it was trying to do, and it did it, but it just wasn't what everybody wanted.
No.
And
okay, guys, put your battle axes down. It's okay. They're all good shows.
Discovery Season 1 is the best single season, and definitely the best first season of Star Trek. No, well, it's the best first season. It's the best first season of any Star Trek show.
I would probably have to disagree with you on that, too. I mean, the first part of it was awful, except for the one with Harry Mudd. But it really started getting good when it got to the second half. That's when I enjoyed it more.
But the problem is you can't get to the second half without the first half.
I don't know, because I mean, it's a completely different story.
No, I mean
because a lot of it really didn't have to do with the spore drive, other than that the spore drive just got him there. But the rest of that season didn't talk about the spore drive at all, and towards the end.
No, but because it's not about the spore drive. It's about Michael Burnham and it's about nature versus nurture in the terms of Michael being human and Vulcan, and in terms of the Federation being at war. So, I mean, the whole thing is about, like, Michael Burnham is a metaphor for, or the Federation and the Terran Empire are a metaphor for Michael Burnham.
Yeah,
and that was the whole point.
But the point was, I thought, wasn't enough, because it was kind of almost unbelievable to how she become this traitor and mutineer, and then all become just in the heart of the Federation. It seemed too short of a time for me to see some type of change like that.
I mean, it was an entire season.
It wasn't an entire season.
It was
half a season.
It
was half a season.
No, it was. Oh my gosh!
It was half a season.
Yeah, every single series of Trek has always been at least 25 to 26 episodes long.
Yes, this is not every single show of Trek. People need to get that out of their mind. Like, it's not. This is not the same thing.
It's not the same thing, but
that's okay.
But they
no, it's
really
not.
didn't.
It is.
Really didn't.
No, it's not. Because they're
really
charging you this
it.
time.
Yeah.
They're producing less content,
gosh.
and they're charging you.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I still like the show. Don't get me wrong, but there's just a lot of things they can work on.
Season 1, they didn't have a clue what they were doing. We were told that it was about the Klingon War, and we've seen all 30 seconds of that throughout the entire half season.
Because it suffered from terrible marketing. That's why. Because
it's also under a paywall, too.
Yeah, all right. Well, we got to get past the paywall, too. Because that's just how shows are going to be delivered, especially if you want a show of this caliber. Like, that's just the way that television is going to be made now.
Yeah, but you see, that's such... it's a real pity, I think, that's your opinion of it, because if that's how the fans treated Gates McFadden getting fired off the show, Gates would never have got back onto TNG. It's... it's...
What?
And
that's two different things.
No, but I'm saying that the passion is there, and you're accepting what they're giving you,
and the quality of the episodes have been a lot better on the, just regular over-air television than it was now that they're doing it on this new streaming service where they're making money off of. They're just saying that they can make more quality shows. But you could already make quality shows like that and don't have to pay a single thing to watch it.
No, not at that.
Oh, yes.
You have no idea how big that budget is for that show.
Yeah, the money doesn't matter. It's how you use it.
No, it does matter.
I mean, the Expanse was on the Sci-Fi Channel, and that was heck of a lot better than Discovery, and they didn't have as much money.
No, I disagree. The production quality was not nearly as good as Discovery.
I've said this 1,000,001 times. In terms of acting performance, top notch. In terms of production quality, absolutely fantastic. But the writing and the storytelling, crap. It was terrible.
It was not, I have to disagree. The writing and the storytelling is amazing in my mind. I think that there are definitely some hiccups, but I think they're few and far between compared to other shows and other Star Trek.
The thing is, they said that they were going, going for 13 or 15 episodes, so they had to hit bullseye with this, and they didn't.
And they cut a lot of corners too.
They completely redesigned the Klingons for the sake of a very, very weak and poorly told story. Wow, Ash Tyler. That's the only reason why they redesigned the Klingons. And, they're treating the franchise with contempt.
They're trying to reimagine it in their own image.
I completely disagree. I don't like. The thing is that the first thing Gene Roddenberry did when he had money to change the Klingons, he changed the Klingons in the motion picture.
Yeah.
What was the purpose of that?
Because they look like humans, and we already had the Vulcans.
And it was 1960 when that show was made.
Yeah.
So in the 80s they had a lot more to go with.
It was 1978 when the motion picture was made, and the last time the Klingons were were changed.
Yeah, but the thing is, the Klingons were already changed. They didn't have to do it a second time and completely mess with canon.
Yeah, because the Klingons were already like that during that time.
I don't disagree that it's kind of like why. It's interesting because I'd never thought about the whole Ash Tyler thing, and that actually makes more sense now.
Oh, that's the only reason why they done it. Because, if it was like a normal Klingon that we all know and love, you'd be like, oh, well, that's Ash Tyler. The only reason they done it was because of him, for a very weak story.
Well, that, and we already had the Enterprise series, and the Klingons were regular, so if we were jumping, whatever it is, close to 100 years or whatever it is, the difference, the Klingons should have still been the same.
I don't disagree. I mean, it definitely throws a wrench in canon, but the thing is like all the shows have thrown wrenches in canon. Like that's nothing new.
Well, that's the thing is, all right. Enterprise explained why TOS Klingons were different to TNG Klingons, and now Discovery has come in and went, oh well, we're just doing our own thing, and to hell with everything that's come before.
Yes. Yeah, I will give you that. That is frustrating, and that is because Enterprise did such an amazing job of explaining that, and it felt good. Well, yeah, and it made sense. It felt good. It stayed in line with a lot of stuff. They connected pieces of canon together,
right?
With, the augments and everything, and that it was great. And you're absolutely right, but, and I agree, as a Star Trek fan, that is frustrating. However, and I'll be honest with you, I did not think I was going to like Discovery. When I saw the first trailers, I poo-pooed on them very hard. I was not expecting the show to be any good. And then I watched it the first time, and I was like, okay, this is okay. And like everybody else, I was like, oh, once they got to the Mirror Universe, it got much better, and I understood. But the thing is that that's what they were always building towards. And so they felt that, okay, we need to tell this much of the story before we get there so that we can set up these relationships and this tension and this drama. Now, it was not executed extremely well, but in my opinion, it was executed well enough that it made for a very stellar first season of Star Trek.
Well, I'm just going to say this. I mean, look, throughout the whole existence of Star Trek, if you wanted to watch the show, it was free. If you wanted to own the show, you spend excess amount of money to own it. In this particular case, in order for me, even if I didn't like it, but I'm a fan, I just want to keep up with it just because, now I have to pay double to watch it on CBS All Access, and then I got to pay the same amount that I paid during that time watching that show, actually even more,
right? But
in order to own the disc.
But here's
or
the thing:
digital.
is in 1987 when Star Trek: The Next Generation premiered, there was no way to rewatch an episode unless you recorded it on VHS from your television, right?
Or you bought the VHSs when they came out.
No, not even then, because they weren't like I'm saying from the time an episode aired, if you wanted to rewatch it the next day, you could not do that unless you videotaped it on a VCR, correct?
Yeah, it's a different time, yeah.
Exactly, it's a different time. This is a different time. Like it's just the evolution of television. Like in 20 years, all of these streaming services will probably collapse and there'll be something completely different.
I would agree with you if it wasn't for the fact that Enterprise was around and it's not even that dead in the water. It's within the same technological area which we're dealing with right now. All they just didn't have were all these different paid services.
Right, but the thing is like in my area, I didn't have a UPN station to watch Enterprise on. I had to pay for cable. So is that pay gating for me? Because I had to pay to watch Enterprise.
Yeah, but that was just because you were in an area that you probably couldn't get an over-the-air channel. So
right,
that's an unfortunate thing. But if you're in a big town or whatever else and you get the signal to pick it up, you can watch it free of charge.
Right, but what I'm saying is like it's never been a constant way. Like it's never been completely free, or it's never been like Everybody complains that, well, everybody outside the U.S. gets it for free. Well, no, they don't. They pay for Netflix and they get it. It's different. Like it's just different. And the thing is like, this is the way that they've chosen to deliver it. And there's pros and there's cons, and it's just different than what people are used to. And we're in an evolutionary change in the way that modern television is delivered. And so it's just a little weird, like I pay for cable internet, but I don't pay for any cable television. Instead, I spend, $30 a month on 3 different services. So and my internet's like $100. So I pay $130 to get all of my media content delivered in my home. Now, if I were to pay for cable television in order to watch UPN or whatever, I would be paying way more than that. I'd be paying $160 plus.
But for the show, you're not paying for that because you have all the subscribers around it. You're probably paying pennies on the dollar.
What do you mean?
Watch it for free. Well, everyone that gets cable,
right, but
you're not paying. You're not paying the full price just for that show. You're paying the price for
you're not paying $7
channels.
But you're not paying $7 for just Star Trek. You're paying $7 for CBS All Access, which has 1,000 plus thousands of hours of other television. You just choose not to watch it because it's just like having cable. You don't watch every single channel.
But, a lot of that stuff is available on Hulu. So it makes it really difficult to say, yeah, all right, well, I'm going to buy CBS All Access so I can just watch the exact same thing on another provider.
Right. I don't blame anybody for not wanting to pay for it, but it's I don't know. Maybe it's because since Voyager, I have had to pay to watch Star Trek because UPN was not available where I lived. So to me, this is nothing new. It's just cheaper. And I get to watch it over and over again whenever I want, wherever I want. I can watch it on my phone. I can watch it on my computer. I can watch it at work. I can watch it when I'm in the car. I can watch it when I'm in a hotel room. I can watch it in my house, on my TV. I can watch it anywhere. And that to me is a big benefit. So if you told me that I could pay $7 a month and I could watch Star Trek from anywhere in the world, take my money.
Anyway, so let's get back to the game. I got into the Romulan mining, or actually the Hive Onslaught, sorry.
I forgot to queue up.
What are you up to right now, Winners?
Just finished a Draenor assault and coming back into Deep Space Nine now. I'm going to the shipyard to repair my ship because I blew it up a few times.
Oh, I need to repair my ship also. I carry a nice stock of components with me because I tend to blow up a lot.
Because you're flying around with a cookie cutter.
This is true. It's a very fragile cookie cutter. Wait, I thought it was a pizza cutter.
Same thing. Hey, cut something
the very
round.
same, only different.
Cut something round.
And a back. Here we are.
Ooh, nice suit.
Check out my Power Ranger.
You queuing back up?
Go Power
Rangers.
Rangers.
Wow. Ooh. That's snazzy.
And I just finished with this costume like last week.
Oh, yeah.
What set is that one?
What else have we got?
The Santa Winters.
Yep. Comes around every year.
Ho ho ho.
What is going on? My programmable keyboard is all messed up.
No.
You sure it's the keyboard or was it just you?
Oh, well, I mean, no, it's the keyboard. Something's. Oh, wait, no, maybe it's not the keyboard. Maybe it's working now. Oh, I think it's working now. Speaking of Power Rangers, is it too early to mention the Power Rangers moment in the first episode of season 2?
We probably shouldn't do any spoilers. Right. Yeah,
because there's probably some people that haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, probably not a good idea.
I was kind of sad that they canceled After Trek, though.
Yeah, I was kind of bummed about that too.
Because I was looking for that on Thursday, not even realize it was canceled until I looked it up.
Yeah, they're going to be doing some Facebook after show.
Yeah, I saw it.
I didn't. I was at Elijah and I were in New York City at a. We were co-hosting a premiere party with Geek Life Rules and Cosplay Cabaret, and so we didn't really get to watch the Facebook thing.
All it was just the premiere. They were walking the red carpet. That's all it was.
Yeah, that was like a mile from where we were.
Well, that's just not close enough.
No, it was an hour or so long of just sitting there, mostly walking across or waiting for them to come up to speak. So it was kind of boring. It had really nothing going on.
It was actually kind of frustrating because we did not know that was happening when we planned our premiere party, and about 40 people who were supposed to come to our premiere party, I think, got tickets to that red carpet premiere with the cast.
Yeah, I would have preferred, how they did with The Walking Dead with the After Trek. It was just barely just starting to get its feet wet and just got canceled. But oh well. So what mission are you guys in right now?
Assault on Terok Nor.
I am in ISA.
Ooh, nice.
And I think once I finish this one, we'll announce the winner of our second giveaway for tonight, which we haven't done yet.
The winner's me?
If I remember correctly. We haven't done it yet, have we?
No, we haven't.
Yeah, okay.
Did you guys get to watch the Spider-Man trailer?
Yes.
What did you think?
I'm excited. I like Spider-Man. I like Marvel. I don't know about Mysterio, though. I don't know how that's going to play. Every time I show somebody the trailer, their first reaction is that Jake Gyllenhaal?
I don't think he's a bad actor.
I mean, I think he's fine. I don't know why people have such an aversion to Jake Gyllenhaal.
Probably the whole Brokeback Mountain kind of changed his image a little. But I thought, he did good in that role, too. Especially when he played, was a couple of years after that. It was some type of time travel movie he was in, but he was actually already dead, and his body was in a computer or something like that.
Spoilers.
Oh, that was 6-7 years ago. If you haven't watched it, oh well. But that was a good one. And then we got Captain Marvel, and
I can't wait for Captain Marvel.
And then we got Avengers Endgame. It's gonna be a big year. Oh, and also the new Star Wars movie's coming out this year, isn't it?
Yeah, in December.
It's like all the big, the source code. Thank you, that person in Twitch. I can't see your name right now because my microphone's blocking
Jaquisa Seal.
Thank you. Yeah, The Source was the movie that Jake Gyllenhaal was played in. That was a good one. At least I thought it was good.
Oh, my keyboard, I use a macro on my keyboard to run through a bunch of powers, and I don't have it. So I'm like have to click on everything, and this is not going well. This is not going well at all.
It's like he's just hitting the keyboard like crazy, all the buttons at once.
I can't. Well, all the buttons have changed, so I can't even use it. I got to use the regular keyboard. Like I have a G13, a Logitech G13, and all the keys are programmable. But when I guess when I restarted my computer earlier, it didn't like load in right. So like the profile or something.
Down, load it up again.
Yeah, I tried doing that with the software, but I think I have to actually restart the computer. Yeah, so I'm trying to use the keyboard to do everything and use my clicky. Not going well. Oh, I'm glad that's over with.
So how are we doing, guys? What's going on in your maps?
I have returned to Quarks for a nice strong drink.
How you doing? Is he still battling on DS9?
Terok Nor.
Oh, Terok Nor, sorry.
Yeah. And the Terran Empire.
Did you get to Lita yet?
Learn my name.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
I understood that reference.
Glad someone did.
Should be moving on to the next stage any minute now. Yep, there we go.
What's the name of that TFO, Winters?
Assault on Terok Nor.
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense because you are assaulting Terok Nor.
Right.
That's what I was thinking. He's assaulting it.
Oh, yeah, I've done that one. I did that one the other day. That's the one with like the colored panels at some point, right?
Well, it's not colored panels, but you just have to get the panels in the correct order.
I thought they were colored. I thought they were like red, blue, and green.
Are you getting mixed up with Sphere of Influence?
I think he was just on something when he was playing it, and he saw blue and green.
Look, that's I'm not saying that that's what happened, but no. See these panels? They're different colors, aren't they?
But there's like
look, that one's red.
There's 6 different panels.
That one's red. See, it's red.
Oh yeah.
And then this one's green. It's green. I'm not crazy, right?
He's trying to prove he's not crazy. You see that, Winners?
He's trying to prove it, all right.
I mean, although I'm watching you on the stream, so I'm sure it's slightly delayed. So when I say this one, see that one's like yellow, and then that one's blue.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
we believe
it's
you.
like 6 different panels.
Yeah, but that one's blue, but they're different. I'm just telling you, they're.
Yeah, we believe you. We trust you.
I'm not that high. Like I'm pretty high, but I'm not that high.
It's okay. Just sit there at Quarks and look pretty.
So what's the correct sequence then?
Oh, I have no idea. I let somebody else do it.
Because I just done a green one. I'm doing a gold one.
So you're admitting that they're colored. Is what you're saying. Is what I'm hearing.
There's some colors, yeah, but you know.
I think it changes, doesn't it change?
So really, the colors don't matter; they're irrelevant then.
Well, it's funny because I literally spent like, I tried to look around the room to see if there was a key somewhere, and I couldn't figure out what the key was.
Winter down. Where's your Secret Service winners?
Damn, I can't remember which one I done now is third. I think it was this one. Yep, it was.
Yeah, this part always confused me.
Hey, I got it. So it was green, yellow, blue,
purple horseshoes,
red,
green clovers,
green, yellow, blue, red.
Green, yellow, blue, red, blue. Yeah, so the colors don't make a difference.
Oh yeah, I remember this one. This is the one where you got to pull her to the pads.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I did this with a group, and there was only two of us that understood what we were doing, and everybody else kept pulling her off the pads, and I was like, "What are you guys doing? Why are you doing that?" Ooh, ouch! You're gonna have to visit the medical officer.
Yep, I will indeed. Ah!
So I heard a little bit of your conversation about the new anniversary content and stuff. Did you? What are you guys excited about?
Costumes.
fidget spinner, costumes.
You know what? I'm just going to unplug my G13 and see if that helps. Computer, turn on living room light.
I cannot comply. Your Montgomery Scott Scotch awaits. Aye, laddies, Scotty would drink to this. This blue screen bottling company announced McCoy's Scotch will join the James D. Kirk Bourbon, the James D. Kirk Bourbon Reserve, and 10 Ford Vodka as part of the lineup for the Star Trek brand that will launch this year.
Is that true?
Yep, it's saying that you can buy this, Scotch for $50 starting this March. For all you collectors or just casual or heavy drinkers, you only got a couple of weeks to wait.
Oh, good night, Jason. Hope you feel better.
Good one, buddy.
Yeah, have a good night, Jason. Thanks for tuning in, dude. Hope you enjoyed the show. Nothing worse when you're feeling a little under the weather.
Yeah, I did not feel good earlier tonight. I had leftover tacos for lunch, and I think that mistakes were made.
From Taco Bell?
No, it was homemade taco stuff, and it was from a couple nights ago, and I had it, and then I didn't feel good afterwards, so I had a little baking soda and water. Pro tip: if you have an upset stomach or acid reflux, a little baking soda and water fix you right up.
Yes, that's what all Starfleet officers take.
True. It's a fact. It's facts.
So I heard there might be a possibility of some of the characters from Enterprise appearing in Discovery. There's only a few of them that probably be able to be in there, though, which is killing Bollock because she's a Vulcan. And then you got, what else we got? Oh, shit, I'm trying to remember Enterprise.
Well, there's a reference to Archer in the Star Trek 2009 movie.
No, but this is for Discovery.
Right, but they're about the same time frame, so I guess there's a possibility that Archer could still be alive.
He'd be like 100 and something, wouldn't he?
Yeah. But McCoy was 142 when he was in the first episode of The Next Generation.
Yeah, but he was a doctor. He knew how to extend his life.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure doctors also work on non-doctors.
Yeah, but he's a pretty picky guy. He probably doesn't want anyone touching him.
Awesome.
Who, Archer?
Just successfully completed that TFO.
No, McCoy.
Oh, good.
Time to go to the medical bay.
That was kind of cool seeing the Defiant just fly out of there for a second while I'm watching the video.
Right.
So Star Trek 2009 takes place in 2258, and Discovery takes place in 2254. So there is a good possibility that Archer could still be alive.
Okay, it is time to announce the winner of our second giveaway for tonight. This is for an accelerated officer training pack code. We wanted you to type in the word year, and the winner is Brothers 3 and 1. Congratulations.
Congratulations, brothers.
Both of you.
Yes.
All three of you.
Well, it's just the two. It's just 3 and 1, and 2 is not there.
Brothers 3 and 1. Congrats. You have won an accelerated officer training pack code. So, if you can, please reply or send me a whisper. Just click on Priority One and select the whisper option. And send me your in-game @handle, and we will send that prize to you at the end of the show.
Congratulations, yet again.
Yeah, congrats. And we have another giveaway that we will have in a little bit. Not just yet, but in a little bit we'll have another. Or actually, I wonder, should we? Yeah, we could probably kick that one off now, can't we?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. All right, okay. Here, we'll start this one up. This one is for a Gamma Vanguard starter pack. So if you've not already got a Gamma Vanguard starter pack, yeah, this is something that you probably want to enter. So what we want you to type this time is the word anniversary. So our keywords for tonight were 9-year anniversary.
Whoa.
Blow your mind.
That was so sophisticated.
Now my keyboard's definitely not working. It's covered in brains.
So everyone please type in the word anniversary into the Twitch chat now. That will enter you in with a chance of winning a Gamma Vanguard starter pack. Awesome. You guys just make good radio there.
Any of you reading the new Transformers Star Trek crossover comic book?
No, he said good radio.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is a transforming Constitution class starship not cool?
Do you want a dermal regenerator for that, Bern?
Maybe some topical ointment.
Some preparation H.
And it's gone weird. Just look king. I like that. That's a good username.
So what do you guys think about the passing of the guy that played Ira Graves?
I was actually surprised his son was on Battlestar Galactica. The reboot, Battlestar Galactica.
Who did he play?
He played that creepy lawyer guy. That I just got kicked off the server.
You mean the Irish guy that played the defended Gaius Baltar?
Yes.
Yep.
He's pretty cool. He was in Voyager, you know.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was Icheb's father.
Oh yeah. Yep. That was his son. And I completely didn't even realize that.
I didn't know that until you just told me right now, so yeah.
Yep. He played Icheb's father.
Oh boy, we're in this again.
Yep, we are. Excellent.
Where'd the first one go?
I got mine.
Oh, yep. Oh, what happened?
Second one wasn't got in time.
Where is it? Oh, there's nobody over here. All right, I'm hitting it. Oh, shoot. And I'm going to die.
Stay there for the next one. You want to hide behind it. And do not fire at anything, because the last thing you want is aggro.
Yeah, no, I was just here and they started coming up to me. All right, let me know when we're hitting it.
Okay, go. Booyaka. Alright, moving on. Going down the left side.
That's my favorite part when we do that is whatever you say, because I never know what it's gonna be, and it makes me it's so celebratory. I'm like what is it gonna be this time?
I think I do that in my videos whenever I achieve something that was difficult. I think I do that.
Did we get it?
No, we haven't completed the objectives yet. We cannot.
Oh,
we cannot. So.
Oh, rescue the fire team. Yeah.
Crap! I'm about to die. Man, I've got like no health. There I go.
Where are you?
I'm dead. Respawned.
Oh. We get everything?
No, the fire team is still mobile. Did anybody... Don't tell me they're still down here.
Probably still down there.
There's one stuck in the wall. I don't believe this.
No. Oh, now I'm stuck in the wall. Oh no!
No.
I tried to put a cover shield to see if maybe that would move him, and it got me stuck. It got me stuck. Oh no!
Serves you right.
This is terrible. What have I done? Oh, and I can be hit. Oh, this is great. Oh, the fire team member's gone.
Alright, going for the operative.
Oh my god, I'm still in the wall. I need a self-destruct sequence for the ground. Oh, there we go.
I've got the operative if somebody can get the targs.
Where are the targs?
Alright, never mind. I'm going for the targs.
Oh, they're there. Somebody got him.
Right. Alright.
Not quite as good as last time, but...
Nope, we're getting it though. We're getting there. Just wait for you guys to come, and then I'll activate the first console.
Oh, where? What?
Man, I'm taking a beating. And I'm dead. Alright, I got the console to the west. Mine done.
Oh boy. Oh. Yeah. Couldn't kill me. Even though they did. Oh, now they're gonna kill me. Now I'm dead. Are there new... That's a new dying animation, isn't it?
Yeah, they updated that a while ago. The one where you're kind of struggling to read something. Yeah, yeah.
I guess I haven't died since then, so I didn't notice it.
Sanos Skyrat says, Winters, what ship would you use for a Romulan Cytune? I've used the Krenim one from the anniversary a few years back, and I've also used one of the Dyson Science Destroyers. Because I just wanted to do a build on one of those ships.
What about the Scimitars?
No, they're damage dealers. Dang it, I've been waiting there all that length, and then I die as soon as the thing kicks off. Typical. Hey! Looks like we got it anyway.
Remember when on the signs on Kronos used to be in Klingon? Or the signs of the first city used to be in Klingon, and then as you got closer to them, it would turn. That was the thing, right?
You mean where it translated?
Yeah. Well, it would like far away. It would look like Klingon, and then if you got closer to it, it would change to English. was like when they first redesigned the Klingon headquarters.
Could have been.
Awesome. Well done, everyone on the team. That was brilliant. Very, very nicely done.
Good job, guys.
Sweet.
What was the no booyah or
Booyaka.
booyah?
Kapla.
Oh.
Alright, back to sickbay I go, because I died a couple of times in that.
Oh man, my inventory is full.
Mine's probably getting close to that as well.
I,
Yeah, it's filling up nicely.
I've been hanging on to R&D packs for an R&D weekend, but I think I may have to open some.
Can you guys make good radio for a minute if I went AFK for like 2 minutes?
Sure. I'm sure we could argue. I mean, I'm sure we could discuss something.
Okay, awesome. Right.
Yeah, let's discuss about winners.
Yeah.
Winters?
Fire
No,
ahead.
I don't want to talk about winters.
Go ahead.
All right,
Winters
be
is
right
awesome.
back.
Now tell us what you really think.
No, I love winters. Winters is great. When I first started on the podcast, I also write and produced the Stowe News segment on the podcast, and which I've done that kind of stuff before. I do that stuff for my work, and but nobody told me like the specifics of how to edit the audio for the for like the master edit, and luckily Winters was there to help me and taught me how to do everything, so I very much appreciate him.
Sounds like a loving love story. Did you guys
Yeah.
kiss at the end?
No.
And how about them bears?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Da
what bears are we talking about?
Da Bears. Da Bears. That was an old SNL sketch. Da Bears.
I just watching the one the other day where it was some kid did a YouTube of him riding his bike, and the bear was like out in the forest area. The bear spotted him and was chasing him, and somehow he's outrunning him on his bike to where that would have to be fake because the bear would have caught up with him in an instant. It would have been nice food for that bear for the day.
Yeah. I used to live up in the Catskill Mountains, and my 3-year-old was playing outside, and my wife and I were right inside, like cleaning out a
Really? I can't believe it. Really?
Yeah. No.
Totally.
It's true story, bro. We were cleaning out the little mud room, and our son ran in and said, "Mommy, Daddy, I found a bear." And we were like, "Oh, maybe he found like a toy bear or a stuffed animal or whatever." And then we step outside, and in the far end of our backyard is a giant black bear.
And I'm
what
back.
happened? Hey, it came to the black bear. Was that it? I thought something bad happened.
Well, no, there was a bear in my backyard, so we decided to go back inside.
Wow, that was a pretty lame story. It was a
Was
build
it?
up to the end. No, we just went back inside.
Was it Hangover 2? when Alan goes, I seen a albino polar bear once. He goes, how can a polar bear be albino? They're white. Well, this one was black. Oh, man. Anytime I hear anyone talking about bears now, I always remember that. I think it's so funny. An albino polar bear.
Do we want to do one last mission?
Yeah, I think so. We'll.
Do we want to end it with the Kobayashi Maru?
I don't mind. Okay, we can do.
Yeah. Everyone, go ahead and join in on the Kobayashi Maru task
timed
force
or untimed?
Untimed. It doesn't matter.
Untimed.
We're all gonna die in a few moments anyway.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Did you? I think you.
No, timed. Sorry, yeah, not untimed.
Timed.
Timed.
Scared me there because you clicked on the other one. Sanook, Skyrat. What packs? What packs are once a day?
Did you say we were doing time or untimed?
Timed. And good night, Drunk Flux. Thanks for tuning in, dude. Hopefully got to you before you actually left.
Yeah, good one. Wow, it's actually taking longer than I thought it would.
I got the pop-up.
Yeah,
I'm going in now.
Oh, I'm not with either of you.
Yes. Yeah, I'm still waiting.
Those aren't pillows. That's a reference to Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Those aren't pillows.
Usually when I hear that type of joke, it's like, that's not a cow. And you're not milking it.
Oh, Sano Skyrat, I meant like on an R&D weekend, all R&D packs give you 25% more stuff. They changed that as well.
So what's the highest you've ever got in the Kobayashi Maru, Anthony?
Oh gosh, it's been I don't even remember when was the last time they ran it?
Last year?
Yeah, I don't remember. I know in Sompac I think I've gotten up to 15.
Wow, that's low.
Oh, sorry.
I thought you were a genuine player here.
Do you even stow, bro?
Exactly. You're not a real player until you get to like level 90 plus, man.
It's in my, you get a title, right? Every time you do it? Let me see what my...
I don't know if they're still there or not. You got titles on the old one.
Round 21 victory. So I have a title that says round 21 victory. So I've gotten to at least level 22. That much is certain.
In Arena of Sompac.
Yeah, in Sompac. I don't know. I couldn't tell you in Kobayashi Maru. It's been so long.
What did you think, Larry? You were saying level 22 in Kobayashi Maru?
I was like, that's impressive. If that's Kobayashi Maru.
Well, I'm a real player, as they say.
As who say? I didn't hear anyone say that.
Yeah, I don't particularly like the Kobayashi Maru, to be honest. I don't know. I like Sompac better. For some reason.
So you're more of a ground player than a ship player?
No, not really. I don't know. I don't know. Just like, this just doesn't feel like there's any I don't know. I don't know.
I couldn't believe. I was absolutely gutted when they removed the old Kobayashi Maru or no-win scenario because we were so close to getting, to the end of it and getting the title Kirk's protege.
Oh yeah.
The highest we got was level 9 or 10, whatever one gives you outstanding teammate. That's the highest title I've got. I think it's 9 or 10. It's one of those two, definitely.
Do they do titles anymore for this?
I honestly don't know.
No. Ah. Done before round 3 ended.
Dang it! And it can happen so quick.
Oh wait, I already got mine for the day anyway, though. I don't need.
Yeah, my team is still going. We're on round 4 right now.
Good stuff.
Although there's no one with me I recognize, so.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to roll the dice on our last giveaway for tonight, which is a Gamma Vanguard starter pack. If you have not typed in the word anniversary, type it in now into the chat, into the stream chat, and that'll enter you in with a chance of winning the prize.
So I'm currently getting buried under a foot of snow right now.
Yeah, we haven't got any of that. Oh, actually, wait, no. I want to say Thursday or Friday. We had snow in the middle of the night, and there was a light covering. But yeah, there's been nothing since. It's cleared up, actually, real nice. But Europe is getting hit pretty bad. Mainland Europe.
Wow, my team made it to level 5.
Nice.
Very cool. What do you remember what the titles were back in the old day for the Kobayashi?
Accolades. Display completed. Oh wait, no, that's accolades. I'd need to go into my character sheet, wouldn't I? Edit record. Outstanding teammate is what I have always had it as.
Yeah, I don't think I have that one.
Yeah, that like I said, that's like level 9 or level 10.
Yeah.
And that's actually the worst thing because we were so close to completing it, and getting Kirk's protege. Yeah, it doesn't even tell you.
I'll have to stow wiki.
I got up to level 50 on Arena of Sompek though.
That's a true player.
Yeah, I just realized I have the titles there. Quad Hoss Round 50 Victor.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Man, I have so many titles, this isn't even funny. This far, no further. I wonder what I got that one for.
Oh, we're at level 6.
Congrats.
Well, we were at level 6. Kobayashi Maru is almost dead. And we're over.
You're finished now, are you?
Yippee.
Alright,
Once I died, there was no one else to heal it, so then it just died.
It is time to roll the dice. And the winner of of a Gamma Vanguard starter pack code is AJ Biega. Congrats.
Congrats.
So if you can contact us and let us know what your in-game @handle is, we will get that prize sent to you at the end of the show. Congrats, AJ.
So we about ready to wrap up this shindig?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. That about wraps up episode 73 of the Priority One Armada Live. But before we go, here's a glimpse at next week's show. James, Kat, and Jason will be back hosting next week, talking more about the latest news from Star Trek Online and the Priority One Armada. Plus, we will be teaming up with you in another adventure zone to earn more marks and dilithium.
And if you're looking for a friendly and helpful community to join in Star Trek Online, then sign up and join Priority One Armada by simply heading over to PriorityOneArmada.com. We have Federation and KDF fleets for both PC and console platforms. You can also chat with us in-game by joining the Priority One chat channel by typing /channel_join space Priority One into the in-game chat box and then hit the enter key.
Remember, don't miss a thing from the world of Star Trek. Catch all the latest news regarding the Star Trek Multiverse on Priority One, a Roddenberry Star Trek podcast. Get a new episode every Friday by pointing your favorite podcast app to feeds.priorityonepodcast.com. And of course, you don't want to miss an episode of Priority One Armada Live, right? So make sure to follow us on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/priorityone, and on our YouTube channel even, at youtube.com/user/P1network, all one word. Then hit the enter key. You never know when we'll have another giveaway. Finally, before we go, I would like to say a very special thank you to the Priority One Armada Live staff who helped make this show possible, especially my co-host RIKERS and Anthony from Priority One Podcast for joining us tonight. And of course, a big thanks to you guys, the viewers, because without you, there would be no point in doing any of this. So until next week, take care, live long and prosper. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye. Thank you.